yeah. Oh my god. Let's see here. Oh my. Wow. What a reality. So I switched to vibratone. We'll see how that goes. Vibratone. Well, that's trippy. Okay. Retuned the classical here. Give a little touch up to the captain. That sounds trippy. You think I'll switch to something else? I'm like, vibratone? I don't know. We're gonna do, how about delay chorus, baby? Oh my god. Still remember that. Okay, so trying to be in a good mood because it's a sensitive subject that we get into, and someone that meant a lot to me in my life when I was younger. His name was Open Smiles. Yeah. So we used to hold circles at the park, right? And we would have huge crowds. I mean, big circle, like big tribal circle. A lot of, European descent people there, but kind of mixed crowd too. And we'd all circle, we'd have a big circle. And then my friend would lead the entire circle. He was that powerful. His energy was that positive. So my friend Open Smiles, he went to Hawaii, and he was meditating for a long time. He used to have dreadlocks, so he shaved all his dreadlocks off. And he gets up, been meditating a long time. Talked to a lady while he was there. It's a really good friend of mine. Like a brother. Similar background, Nordic, Celtic background. He's amazing. Super positive, straight dude, but very sensitive. I think Josh probably had some bad things happen to him when he was younger, It always bothered him. So it kind of becomes a trigger, And always thought of my friend as an eagle to make myself feel better, But it was traumatic when I found out what happened, and I think about it sometimes and have a little PTSD about it, but use that trigger in a positive way, right? And have people honor the memory rather than, exploit it, which is what happened to me. You would think no one would ever cross that line, but it happened. It's cold. I'm warming up. A lot of memories. He gets up, he shaved off all his hair. And this is not entertainment, this is remembering my friend. For real. And he's staring out, big cliff, 250 feet down. Gets up, not quite next to the edge, Just gets up and bolts. And he ran off the cliff. At least that's the story. And that's why I shake when I say fly, eagle, fly. Because what else can I say? When my friend's body hit the ground, it knocked his soul out of his body. Instantaneous. So I said, it's next level now. I'm gonna call my friend from the other world. Open smile, said love is the way. Oh, drive on the way, said, and take nothing away. Circle round, that's what we said. Got us high, see. Open smiles, shine on. I don't mean to crack on the mic, but which word to love? Way down, said, don't leave me down to your sexual bullshit. I wanted true love. You can keep the seduction on the other side of town. Hey, my granddaughter don't take no shit on that edge. Hey, that's what grandmother said. Way down, say, you ain't gonna take my heart and soul. Wait for love. Wait, I said, way down, I feel shaking like a leaf in the pouring rain. Leave me if you ain't love. It's Wild West out here anyway. Said Bobcat on the mountain, shine down, said, I told you long ago, I'm the Elf King, you didn't know. Now that was all make-believe, huh? I'm Robin Nile, Robin Nile, Robin Nile. Yeah, that's what they said. But I ain't know. Cattle for sacrifice, no. I just wanted to live with love and said, why don't you, grandfather, grandmother, shine on for all you ever see. Oh, way downstairs. This ain't no entertainment. We dance on fire in the circle round. Sacred is the flame. Hold the flame of the fire of the tribe, said my brother down. Wait, the love is sealed. Open is the road to the factory kitchen over there, baby, yeah. Hungry on the train side. You think I'm playing? No. Froggy deep down said, wow. I missed my friend, you know. We took him, and part of the reason I changed the name of my channel again was to remember him, because we, you know, buried some of his ashes in a mountain to remember him. And I still remember the woman that loved him reaching into the ashes, because that's all she had left. It's a lot different when you're there in person. And that sacred ritual was done because my friend passed away due to running off a cliff. I don't know what happened. I'm not like that. I've worked hard on myself since I had my little freak out, you know. But I only had to spend a week in a mental facility for my breakdown, you know, and I was in control. I never got out of control, or it's needle in the ass if you're a violent person, which I was not. But I was buck naked in the backyard. Okay. Now, I was sitting down on the ground, but no one will understand that. Yet I understand. Do I do this normally? No. It was to purify myself. Think about it. Your nutsack is touching the earth. People generally, okay, are walking around with rubber on their feet. So, you are creating a barrier to the electromagnetic frequency of the earth. Yeah, like insulation, right? The idea in a tribe is to be totally connected. So when the common tries to come and take us, it no, almost solitary over here. What you got, independent, in a smile. I keep it open on the range, you know. I ain't playing no games. Open as a smile on the range, oh. Robin, I knows this ain't no entertainment game. There's a trouble on the breeze, way down, way down. Said, don't take me down to your town if you're not coming my way. Don't overlay, overwrite. I just wanted to have my tribe too, not hate you. I'll have you hate me too. What you gonna do worldwide, sir? Sail on the wave, I don't know. It's a trouble on the breeze. I was just thinking like a Navy SEAL, maybe a Ranger, Robin Ranger, way down by the circle round. So breathe on the breeze, I know. Either you're with me or you're trying to control. Sure as the eagle flies in circles overhead. Shoreline, I can see it on the wave, on the way. Don't try to override, overlay. Yo, doppelganger on the mix, always trying to take my throat down, sir. From the other realm, I see it all anyway. I don't know, it's trouble on the breeze. Grandmother, grandfather from ancient old, will you come on back to take control? Tell me which way to go, I just want some safety on the range. Which way home? Off and home, dear. Down, way wait for true love's flame to see. Shine on, way down. See, open smiles on the range. Be Don't try to take me from the center of the heart. I can see. Don't try to take me on the doppelganger breeze. I know which way you're going, cause I can see two sides at the same time. Come on, sir. Think I'm playing games now. I always try to come here and copy Robin out. Yeah, I know. That's the way it is. They just didn't know. But I got it from open smiles on the wall. Trouble on the breeze. Oh. I forgive you anyway. I know what you did when you thought no one was looking there. But it's over, it's not my biz. You got yours and I got mine. Knock on wood, said you don't take me down or try to take control. Set me free, eagle fly. Carry a piece of your soul, open smiles, deep down in my heart and soul. Way down, take me away. Don't doppelganger on the breeze or parasite on the squeeze. I want, I need, no, no, no. Don't beat on me. Deep down, deep down, deep down, deep down, deep down. Told him anyway. Think it's a joke on the breeze? No, it's serious now. Hey. Better raise the bar on. Better raise the bar on yourself before you wait for someone else. Stop to the left, stop to the right. Look down straight the middle and ready for the fight. Bring the rhythm song, don't try to take me along. I ain't gonna be let off into the dark, no. Yeah. Freedom tongue, soul. So they say, they don't know, hey. You ever feel like that? Like there's a little not so friendlies floating around. Oh my god! There's non-helper elves or something. I don't know. You know what I call it? Addictive behavior. They have that in the spirit realm. Yes, that's my opinion. It's kind of like a doggy that always wants to sniff your crotch, and you're like, "No, doggy, goddamn, do not try to lick me, doggy." What do you mean that? And they're like, "But I must, I want." Well, I don't. You're like, I am Uber. Who do you think you are speaking to? That's what I said. Uber Bobcat. Yes. Who do you think this is? Ooh. You ever have a friend that could just really screw up royally, and then you're like, okay, fine, I will forgive you. Just quit being a bitch ass. God. And they got you good. Ooh, they got you. Way down the sea, I know. Robin, way down, way down, way down, way down the sea. I hope you know well. I hope you know well. Can you see me coming down? Whoa. We dance on fire in a circle round. I saw you over here, shows the raven flies sit. I saw a crow there, rising up from the ground. Oh, yes, I've always been the crow. Crow fly on, sir. Kind of know you to know. It's like you feel like you fell into the ground. Yeah. And she came on back to say, remember destiny. Oh, remember destiny. I know you danced in a circle around. Sacred as a ground, innocent child dancing in a circle round. The parents on the side to see, happy on the face of niece and nephew be. So circle around the tree and you can say, Sometimes the monsters on the range take 2 hands and knock them to the wall. I know what you did in the place you thought no one was looking. Where you at? Got us in the circle round. So way down low. Sacred is fun. In the circle around center, true love's flame to stay. Where you at? That was for Destiny Norton, my friend's daughter that was murdered in 2006. And she was a beautiful child who used to come to the park with her parents and dance in the middle of the circle. Usually had like a little piece of incense or something in the middle, you know, for fire principle. Dance around it and then play music. And all the kids could play there safely because all, you know, the parents could see where they were. And this guy did what he did, so that's why I feel the way I do. And I said, time you none of trouble, and you know you see me on the stand, round the circle feet. Who you think you're talking to on the breeze? Way down. Say you know, say you know. You ever feel like you're going so fast you gotta catch up with yourself? I do. Tell me which way to the other world. Children I know. Call me Robin now. Oh, easy on the breeze. Got a tune. Pants on fire, my love. Sweet as the summer rain. It's what she said. It's what she knows. Love for fire. Heart's flame rising up out of the ground. Set. I'm not here to impress you. If you know what I mean? It's how I feel in a deep troubled land. I know it's hard on the breeze, but I told that doppelganger, if you let me be, I can be me. I can rise and rise and rise. Where you at? Not here for your entertainment ritual. Oh, that's what I feel right now. You're like, that's how your emotions are? Mm-hmm. That's not an act. That's my real feelings, not entertainment. See what I'm saying? Big difference between that with real feeling. That's folk music to the core. And that friend of mine was very special to me. And he was a good person. He used to feed people for free, travel around, you know, free kitchen. Still remember being at this really old drum circle and 90s, long history. So general, like everybody's like going to church, not me. I'm going to, you know, either to go dance or going to the park to play music. Those two. So you would have people there that would be meditating, doing other things, or I don't know, whatever, some light sage in the middle, you know, walk around, do ritual stuff, whatever. It's no big deal. So it's like cleansing the space and saying, we claim this space. This is sovereignty here, you know, depends on how you view it. And I stated before, like someone say coming into the center of the circle, and then they want to suck all the energy because they don't comprehend the overall unity of everything, which is harmony, right? They're like, ooh, I want, but then they smother the flame instead of, you know, enjoying it. Kind of makes sense, right? Oh, the dog's going, the hounds. Anyway, yeah, there we go. They call it hounding. At least I do. It's like, okay, you go to the club and you are a man or a woman and someone else is interested in you and you say no multiple times during the night. Okay. By the end of the night, it's the fifth. Are you sure? It becomes harassment. Well, the same shit can happen in the astral realm, in my opinion. You're like, yeah, I know you like my energy, but please, you know. Oh my God! Now imagine you got multiple covens coming to your channel, and they're like, "Let's focus on this one guy." And you're like, God damn, you're frying me. How can you chill? They're like, "What?" I know, but we all emit electromagnetic energy anyway, so it's like. I think it's photonic light, personally. You know. So intention creates frequency and position, right? What's that mean? That means the position to manipulate shit. Whatever. I didn't say that was negative or positive, just you're manipulating something. All right. You're controlling the outcome, whatever it is. Such as taking a coin out of the pocket, putting it back in. Just, that's a simple way of saying it, but choices. I don't know. I see the biggest issue is internal pressure control, right? For stress, not giving into fear and panic, that type of stuff. Rather than doing that, go toward super creative, positive energy. What else can you do? Okay, Rainbow Bright and Gage, the old 80s cartoon. Oh, God. Yeah, pretty much. What's my version of that? Robin I.O. Oh, shit. That's funny. Spring Goddess. No, my sisters love that shit though. I don't. My art teacher never worked on that show. I liked it because it had good artwork. So I would watch the show. You're like, wait, you never touched the Rainbow Bright doll? Nope. No way. Never damaged it. Mm-mm. Like some brothers will like get mad and like purposely like get your doll or do some shit to your doll when they're young. I'm saying that's bad. You know what I'm saying? But you're an adolescent. You're like, fine. It's stupid shit. And never. No. I did protect her though, because you don't know. Older kids try to befriend, like, some 15-ies trying to be friends with a 12-year-old or something. You're like, it's a little too much of an age gap. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the situation, but the brothers or cousins, that's different. And that kid tried what he did, but I blocked his shit. I said, no, that's not cool. Right. So I try to keep a high standard in general because of the issues I've had in the past. Why screw around with putting myself at risk by being marked as, say, a violent individual or some stupid bullshit like that? Makes sense? I think it does. I let the 12 string sit too long. I just grabbed it. I'm like, I'll bring it out here. I just want to look at it and tune it. All right. Let's see. Do I have the Mandola hiding? Yes. Mandola is a secret. It's in the secret Robin I.O. hatch. Over here. Hidden behind the counter. Okay. Gotta get the smaller instrument here. Always feel like somebody on a boat, you know what I'm saying? So these are my sails. Yeah, sweet. You see the bears. I put the bear up there. All right. You can see the little cub or whatever on the side popping out underneath his mom. Okay, now pull out the full captain. I want an oval like this. But I was in this pawn shop today, and they had like an old 1954 slide. It was like Epiphone or something, you know what I mean? Collector's item or something, but old school solid wood. Ooh, we're gonna do it. Rainbow Bright Salute here. Yeah. Gotta be careful. I saw you before and I'll see you again. Sure as the sun shines, oh, deep down in our heart and soul. Where you at? Gotta move this wire. Okay. Yeah. Well, when the power goes out, it'll just be you and the people closest down the way. Better get down, deep down with the glow. Where you at? Gotta change this. Oh. Ooh, I don't know. Is this even in tune? I have no idea. Maybe. Probably sound funky anyway, huh? Right, now, transitioning, of course. Now I have to do this. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. Need a slide with like a little jester head on it or something. I'll be like, you don't think I would? I do it. I would. Oh, if I could warp reality, I'd really mess with people. No. See right there. Almost. Wow. That sounds so weird. Wow. Sounds weird. Yeah. Which way down the riverside's it? Anyway, I need a break on that just for a second. Not that I can't tune it, I just need to chill. Whoa. It's kind of a point where you have to just, mellow out. Test. It's been a while. Well, smoke by the pound, trouble down there, I know. That's why they call me Robin Hood, just hanging out by the old oak tree. Come and see me. I come and see you. Hey. Well, it's trouble on the range ahead. Said Robert. Yeah. We need that guy. You know who he is? Yeah. Who? Bobcat from Folk Soul Mountain. All hot, all day. Come on, soul and shine. Way down. Whoa. On the mountainside. It's getting scary on the mountainside. It's getting scary on the mountainside. It's scary on the mountainside. Yeah, I know. All right. Crashing. Bobcat on the mountainside. Shield maiden on the breeze. Yeah. Valkyrie overhead. Shine. On the riverside, coming straight down the mountain. Where you Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe the crash will be in 9 years. It'll be like 2029, 100 years after the crash. And it's like a systematic breakdown. They're like, time for consolidation. I don't know, whatever. My imagination. Don't try to take me on the breeze and play with me, cause I'm playing games. Straight on the breeze, oh yeah. Gonna get me a fish in the pond, baby. Yeah. Well, fly, eagle, fly. Flapped his wings, I saw a rainbow cover the sky. Say, well, which way did it go? Went through a gateway over there. It's gigantic. Saw worldwide. Yep. No one knows where it came from. It can't be destroyed. It came straight from the primordial astral plane. Yep. Not here for your entertainment. Join. Just here to say, love more tribe and family all the way. Whoa, best respect out in the circle round. Whoa, way down. Don't take me for granted. I'll be on the bus, easy way down. Robin I Robin I push that through my heart. Wow. Yeah. Come to the circle round. I saw you on the breeze. Shows the crow flies. Circle around. Wow, that was hardcore. Resonated my heart. You know, it's been hurting. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? Resonate, release tension. However, that is a pressure switch that can be used for, say, stress and anxiety can be used as triggers. Why would they want to trigger you? to manipulate the emotional outcome. Because they want versus recognizing love and mutual respect. In the circle, without that, what do you have? Nothing. So, honoring the wishes of others in the circle is also important. Long time ago on the mountains on the side, it told me, there was a trouble down on the breeze, you know. Count on me, us don't copy Rob and I off to become a cyborg. No, on the board, no. Like a lemming off the cliffside. No. That's why I said, fly, eagle, fly, the bravest man I've ever known. Yo. Open smiles on the way, on the way, oh. I'd say that's a lot different than just getting up and playing a song you've played over and over again. A lot different. That's part of my spirituality that I'm sharing, putting out here. Right? What's that mean? That's sacred to me, especially this video. But I felt this was what was needed to bring good energy and healing and have people comprehend mutual respect and helping each other rather than freaking out, right? And turning against each other, you know. And I found my dad. I had to check everything on my dad, okay? And, breath, heart rate, everything. And I had to accept, and that was the hardest part, that my dad was no longer alive. And so, in that moment, you learn what value is, because I love my father. No matter how hard of a man he was, I still loved him. Because he was a good man. In his later years, he learned his lessons from his younger ones, you know. Letting go of anger and intimidation is teaching tools. Instead, wisdom and patience come, you know. So I would help him, you know, go get groceries, go to the store, whatever he needed. And I didn't want him to die in a hospital bed by himself. So I decided I will forego joining the military and stay with my dad and make sure I have time with him while he's still here. So that's why I didn't join, but I was going to. That way my dad could have freedom at home. Just for any reason something happens, I'm there. And I did save his life once. Because I did not panic under extreme pressure, right? Such as finding someone barely alive and then nursing them back to consciousness, which I did. That is what I did for my father. And that is why this is not entertainment. Neither is it about my friend Open Smiles. It's remembering him and putting sacred energy out into the air, right? To say, hey, let's all remember our grandmothers and grandfathers in wiser and better ways. And I'm talking ancient, primordial, all the way. Why play around with anything else, man? Feels like everything's a lie. That's, everybody's trying to make money instead of tell the truth. Sell truth, love, whatever. You can share your books, but you gotta come from a sacred place at some point, Maybe do some stuff where you don't put commercials on it. People will still donate. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? I saw you on the way, but I don't know. So I'll promote other channels, whatever. They can have commercials. I just don't generally put them on my stuff. Because I like to dance. It's kind of like, the archetype of the hero that comes back to save everyone, and then when it comes to save him, he's got no help because no one's as supreme as he is, or something, whatever it is. Or sometimes the goddess comes, like a goddess archetype comes to save him, and that's all he had. Imagine. Otherwise, he would have died. And I think that is a good representation of what lack of true love does, is it just feeds pleasure. That's it. But it's not love. So I say true love is supreme. I saw a song by Ivor. It was called True Love. I thought it was cool. She's married, she's got a good relationship with her husband. That gives me hope, seeing stuff like that, you know what I mean? I always say this, since I spent a lot of time at the club. I do not care what somebody else's orientation is. I pay attention to my own. I do not hate people for their orientation. You're like, is this your disclaimer? No, it's reality. I just don't give a shit. It's not my business what people do in their bedrooms. It's what they do in public that matters, or if they violate somebody else's free will. Well, that's different. And that's wrong, right? Trouble, sure as the wind blows, I can see it on the breeze, baby, come on, sir. Smell it in the air. Trouble on the breeze, well, so as Robin Owl hops on the pole like a toe, where you go, baby, come on, round the old oak tree. Yep, come round the old oak tree way. I didn't mean snicker on the breeze, but I was hoping you'd take me serious. But you don't know. I just wanted to make you laugh so you wouldn't cry, and another tear fell to the ground. I said, sometimes that's the way it goes. You feel me on the breeze, where you at? Oh, wow. Well, what a lie. Take a breath for a second. Ooh, oh, really? No. Ooh, I have to find something else. It's a secret. You didn't see it. Yes, you saw what it was. I know you saw it. You saw everything. It was all over. I was caught. They know. Oh, I know. You're like, you are the strangest man ever. Well, I'm in the bunker. What do you expect? Oh my! Of course, you got to have the Legend of Zelda Ocarina. My sister and her husband gave me this. I don't know. Wow, trippiness. I know. Oh my God! I'm gonna be like the one-man band over here, you know? Oh my God! No goddamn tambourine yet. I have a flat drum. That's the closest thing I have to that, right? So I got Big Daddy out over here, or maybe Big Mama. You never know. Guess it's either or, just depending. It's a ride up. It's too hard. They told me can't hit it that hard. Just ride up, firing. That's what they said. Don't tell me which way. I already know. Long time ago, open smiles on the range. Taught me tribal style, old stone, older as a stone, circle around. Circles within, circles round, circles within circles, round, 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 round. Hear me out. Okay, need a drink real quick. And chant on. That's right. Chanting for positive energy, baby. That's right. Drink like a Viking. No, I know. Okay. Push this back. Everybody's here. Is everybody in? Then let me begin. We used to do this Japanese drumming, and we'd have these big barrel drums, like taiko drumming. I learned how to do that. And you would have two sticks though, but they're thick, so you'd be like boom, 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 you know. But with a flat drum, generally, you know, you're just doing one. So like now I have another one, you know. But these are two different drumstick styles. There we go. Okay, but I have to like brace it. Then we fine. Okay. Don't write me up yet. That's trippy. I have to get used to it. All right. Yeah. I don't want to be too annoying. So I stop. Oh, wow. What a life it is. Oh, my God. What am I going to do in the bunker? It's like all by yourself. You're like, okay. So I'm like, all right, I guess it's astral realm and internet hangout only. Wow. So anyway, I love my friend. That's why I wanted to make a special video for him. Open smiles. Notice I'm covering my heart. Because you know, wow, amazing person. And I really feel that he continues to exist, but you know, as a folk soul. So that's how I view it. Oh, wow. Just have to close my eyes for a second and chill, you know what I mean? Wow. Sometimes people do not comprehend like the sensitivity of a moment, right? And they will want, but let's say you're in a super sensitive state, like someone's passed. The last thing you would want is someone trying to come up and hit on you. You know what I'm saying? But if they were like, hey, that person was great, I remember this positive thing about it or whatever, that would make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's part of the whole circle round concept, is to realize other people have stresses and challenges and difficulties as well, not just yourself. Right? But we together recognize we can help and be positive. Otherwise, it's just taking advantage of each other. You know what I mean? King of the hill or queen of the hill type thing. No good. In the circle round, we all respect and enjoy, right? and everyone's free to contribute, not some communist whatever. It's like base principle. If you have resonance in a circle that is a metal disc and it's spinning around and it's at, in chaos with itself, it breaks apart. Hello, same concept. If you just want to apply science, but it is a resonant folk soul frequency. And that's what we would create as we drummed, was the locking of that electromagnetic energy. It's the same thing the Coven people are doing. It's that people don't realize that they can connect with each other on an energy plane. But the key is respect, mutual respect. Without that, what's the point? You know what I mean? It's the I want syndrome. I want, I need. Okay, well, how about I love and respect? That's way better to me. That's how I feel. If there's no mutual respect, what is the point of even doing anything? So it's like kind of, I call it fanboy behavior. All right. Where, oh yes, I love you. You know what I'm saying? But they just want sex. So they're being nice, but they're trying to seduce. You're like, just come on. You're like, it's literally been like, go to the club. I grew up in the club. I know. You're like that. Some people are like that. It's like Gollum walked in. Precious. You're like, oh my God, no. You're like, so as an Uber goth, you'd have to be on guard for that. To be ready. You'd be like posted up against the wall. You're like, yes, no, bitch, yes. But anyway, so that reminds me of being on the dance floor. And so I do this dance move. I'm going to say it again. And I rip my crotch. All right. So this really hot chick, she comes over, whatever. She starts dancing by me. And I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, wow, this chick, this hot, just came up to me. What happened? Apparently, she realized that I had ripped my pants. So she decided she would come up and dance with me. And she asked permission. So a woman would think, oh, no problem with this. Reach in, grab the package, which is what happened. But it's like, if you reverse it, is that cool? Not really. God damn it. I don't care if you want. But at the time, she just, I could have moved away, I guess, but it was shocking. I was like, well, alrighty then. God damn. Oh man. And then she runs off. I'm like, oh yeah, thanks, that was cool. Copped your feel and ran away. You're like, that happens to guys sometimes. God damn. But if you reverse it, all of a sudden it's not cool, right? Remember, like, working in the kitchen at Utah Foods, now that all that's shut down. And I like the company. Nothing against the company. It's a great company. Like Robert Sullivan, the dude that runs it, it's cool, But there just had a problem with one particular chef who worked there. So that's no reflection on them. But he would follow me to the tracks and make comments on my body. And I'd be like, dude, no thanks. Leave me alone. You've got a nice keister. I'm like, yeah, that's nice. Leave me alone, slime ball. So you're like, guys have to put up with this shit too? I did. It's lame, but it happens. So then nobody thinks about it. They're like, well, me too. Well, yes, I see that, and I respect you shouldn't be touching women, whatever. But what about the dudes? Nobody talks about shit. We just have to put up with it. If, say, I am a straight guy, okay, and you have a respectful person whom is gay, but they leave you alone, okay, because they know you're straight. Versus a hound, like that guy was, that goes, I want. And then they're just following you. It's like a little 5-year-old wanting a piece of candy that it's not theirs. That's how I look at it. But it's like aggressive stalker behavior. And like, I had that happen to me in person. So I was like, okay, when I saw that happen to Jonah Jinton, but that was just from working. That's not like some weirdo online. I don't think anybody gives a shit about me, to be honest. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not to that level. I don't care. I'm not that big of a personality. Hopefully no nutbags give a shit about my channel. Whatever, there'd be no point. And So anyway, I had to check that dude. And so time goes by. He got fired for harassing someone else at work. Right? But I report it. And, you know, as a man, maybe nothing happens. Now, unless they did something physical, they might just get a warning. Don't leer at this person. Because leering, anyone that's taken a sexual harassment class knows, right? Getting the point? They're like, oh, yes. I'm like, I'm not your tasty meatball over here. All right, buddy? You feel like food. And it's literally like that. Like they are feeding on that energy. They want your sexual energy. They feel it. It's radiating. Like it radiates? Yes. Like hormones, you know, like pheromones when you're in, you know, contact with, you know, but you learn self-control, but it's not like you don't notice. You can feel. But the hound doesn't just notice, they stare. See the difference? I remember seeing a really famous or well-known singer, and she's walking through a room, whatever, with security, and she kind of had to keep her head down to a point because she didn't want to, you know, gather attention, too much of a eye contact, whatever. And I was like, okay. So I'm standing against the wall, and I'm just chill. I don't stare at her. I'm not acting weird. And she notices that. See, women notice if you're respectful and not a freaking weirdo. Okay, just saying, behavior. So she's like, kind of looks out the side of her eyes at me. I'm like, oh, but it's like act like she doesn't notice. Yeah, right. Internally, you know that's not true. You feel the vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know, and there's no ego in it. It's just having proper conduct should be noticed by women, but you know, especially with guys. Are they honorable? Are they respectful? You know what I'm saying? What's their attitude towards women in general? As a straight guy, I'm talking. Now, say you are at, I don't go to those clubs, but let's just say theoretically, you were at, there was a gay club, okay? Now, they would have their rules too. I don't go there, but they would have their rules as what was honorable and what wasn't. Like no hounding other, you know, people, period. Does it matter? God damn it. If you're online, I don't give a shit. I'm a straight guy. You know what I'm saying? But I live in Utah, so it's a big deal here. It's major. God damn it. It's freaking Armageddon against the Mormon church. The LGBT war. God damn it. It's over. They're like, the only thing we can do is close all the goddamn borders worldwide. Still the answer. Yep, we're going to stop it. Operation Rainbow or something. What I'm talking about is Rainbow Coalition. That's different. Okay, so that's like a big gathering of people that has nothing to do with sexuality. That's just saying, okay, we're going to go to the forest and gather a whole bunch of people in the various walks of life, whatever. And then you would have different camps. And so you could have like, you know, like a witchcraft based camp, or you could have a whatever. You could have a camp. So that's where the people could, there's one camp you're allowed to drink alcohol in the whole place. So it's like hard alcohol, whatever. And so that was interesting. We had like two scares. The first scare we had like near forest fires that got put out. Not me, somebody lit it underneath a branch somewhere. So I'm going over there like, fire! First time, you know, little scared. Oh yeah, it's already put out, you know. Okay, but second time, And so that turned into a blaze. While I am peaking on LSD, I'm 18 years old. I don't do that now, but at the time. And that will dissipate out of your body. It does not stay in there forever. It's not going to make you go crazy. It's just not something that I would do again. I didn't like it. So I'm like, well, I can't say I didn't like it completely, but it was like a transport, and I'm not endorsing illegal drugs. I'm just talking about experience of shit you do. Here, take this. You know what I'm saying? Or It was 2/3 packed GPC cigarettes for, hey, here's this, you know what I'm saying? But I don't go to gatherings like that anymore. You know, it's just been years and years and years. I was way back in the 90s. You got to be careful because you think about, what was it, Burning Man or something? And this guy, I don't know, he's tripping his balls off or something. And he decided he was going to run into the wicker burning. I've never been to Burning Man. I wouldn't know, but that's what they reported in the news. You know, so he broke security and then went whoosh straight into the flames. Wow. You know, he ended up dying as a result of that choice. I would not do that. Just saying. Not my decision, not my choice. I'm just saying it's about choices. So if you respect somebody else's choice to choose freely what they want, as long as it doesn't interfere with you and your tribal views, whatever, then you're fine. And so that's my view. Why have constant barbs being thrown back between groups? What's the point? You know what I'm saying? Standing for your position is one thing. That's why I decided, well, I'm number one target. I'm a white male. I'm like, okay, yeah. No, I am of a tribe. Okay. I'm not a piece of cardboard, right? I'm not wallpaper. I am not plain vanilla something that is a racial comment to me. You're vanilla. You know what I mean? It's just the way they say it. Now, you could say Vanilla Ice if he had named himself that. Well, then maybe that'd be all right. I don't know. But he kept his name. That dude got all, you know, like, he was hardcore when he started out. They, you know, he was street. And they went from taking him from that to being, you know, a little more slick, more like MC Hammer or something, you know. But dancing was a lot bigger. Now it's video game culture, and I'm like, wow, you know. I guess you just dance at your house. You don't go to the club anymore. You're just at home. Doopa, 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 whatever. No, this is me letting off steam. I'm like, that was so intense. The singing, I really pushed myself to the maximum, and I have to, you know, be mindful of how hard I do push, because I'm really coming from the core. That's the point, and then resonating. And I want love energy versus, like, you know, wanting pleasure, wanting. I don't want that. Catch what I'm saying? So I have to say that with will, that I do not want that. So if you have mutual respect in any given situation, it will be better. Without that feedback, right? One side trying to dominate the other side. Versus balance and harmony that multiplies energy, not feeding like a vampire, a parasite or something, right? So harmony is the key. To wisdom's gateway keep, as I say and have said before, as I heard whisper on the wind. Well, should I get off? Should I go? Should I escape? Should I run away? Well, maybe I'll come back. I'm feeling better. Not to mention, this is ritual combined with music therapy, right? My personal feelings, not entertainment. And I think people get confused about that. Kind of, they have a tendency, I've noticed, to kind of focus their sexual energy on like a rock star or something. What if the rock star doesn't want that? What if he has a wife? You see what I'm saying? Boundaries and respect. You've got a nice this. I don't give a shit. It's mine. You know, you don't get to have without permission. That's what I would say. Otherwise, it's like letting someone drive your car whenever they want, eat McDonald's in it, and leave it trashed. No thanks. You know, now, if they ask permission to have a ride in the car, that's different. Clean up after themselves, right? Not stink up your car. Just saying, mutual respect, something to consider. It's like you hear the most intimate personal thoughts of someone and then never even attempt to contact them. Think about it. Whom is doing that and then laughing about it? It's not funny. Here? At all. In that circle, love is sacred. So wanting and needing does not help. Creates anxiety, right? Doppelganging just shuts down creative thought. You know, mirror is what I call it in the astral realm. And they're like, but if we keep messing with him, we can trick him. You're like, dude, why? So it's like, you're not even on my level anyway, because that's what that person would say. Because true love's flame is the resonant frequency, and that means mutual respect, not I need cookie. See what I'm saying? Predatorial versus interdependence. That is mutual effort. Versus codependence. That is something feeding, not doing anything. See what I mean? So, something to think about and feel. They don't feel anything, right? A sociopath will copy emotions and simulate, but they don't have any kind of, say, sympathy for a victim. They just victimize. Versus interdependence, again, mutual respect. In the circle that is round. Right? Root down, fly high. Yeah. Peace on the breeze.